record as well? Oh,
I did.
Recording.
No
Okay,
lube,
there
no
you
nothing. We're going straight in.
straight
Ready,
in.
boys?
Let's
Like
do
prison.
this.
Let's put on the gangster rap and spit on my dick, I guess, huh?
There's Cody.
We're not asking permission today.
Okay, so we're recording as well. All right, perfect. Let's start this son of a bitch then.
Can I not see?
Yeah. Welcome back to the episode number 55 of the Uintah Basement. I'm the host of Uintah Basement, the Mighty Quinn. Coming to you from the armpit of Utah. Yeah, the northeastern side of Utah, out here in nowhere land. I bring to you my co-host, Mr. Crude Rude Cody Giles, and mother trucker, Mr. Jason Austin.
Hello.
He's playing with the app now. We're all fucked.
I'm also very pleased to announce our very special guest, a national board certified health and wellness coach and a certified health education specialist with a master's degree in health promotion and education. Also the host of the greatest sex education you'll ever get, the Salty Sex Cast, Miss Mariah Johnston.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Basement.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I was pointing out to all my degrees behind me on the wall so I could be pretentious and like an asshole.
Hell yeah.
I love that you have that. My boss made fun of me when I framed my GED and put it up in my office.
You know, those are important too.
You got a GED. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I finished high school, married my senior year. Not gonna lie. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the Utah thing, isn't it?
That's the Utah dream, isn't it?
But
Well,
I
Quinn,
didn't
you
marry.
kind of.
Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I was say the Utah dream shit. They usually wait till after their mission and stuff like that, and then you're usually divorced by the time you're 24 with a kid. So
Yeah, that's the
kinda-
goal.
Yes.
you're way ahead of the curve on that.
Well, Quinn did it.
Don't curse me.
Quinn did it the old-fashioned way. He had to marry her before he got anal.
Ah.
Shit. We got Cody.
I don't know who told you that, but
Every girl ever. Yeah.
they all lie. I don't do that. The biggest fucking lie
Mariah,
ever
tell us a
told.
little bit about the Salty Sex Cast. We must have a little bit of a lag, huh?
No.
Yeah, that's always the fun thing about being on Zoom. It's okay. We'll talk over each other. We'll take turns, right? I feel
Yeah,
like this is
yeah.
kind of a gangbang right now. It's just me and you guys.
It's like a foursome.
Woo!
But the thing is, it's the only kind of foursome that I have never been in with three guys.
It's the
Those
devil's
are the
three-way,
fun ones.
devil's
Those are-
four-way, maybe.
Devil's four-way. You see, you got the proper terminology. That's awesome.
The Salty Sex Cast has been around for a couple years. We started in October of 2019, so right before the pandemic. And it was really because of my coaching background and talking to a lot of people about their personal life. A lot of things they'd be like, oh, I'm really healthy or this or that. But then they would skirt over their sexual wellness or like pretend it didn't exist. And so there's just a lot of shame, especially in Utah, around sex and sexuality. And so I wanted to create a safe place to explore that and have some education and not just spread, misinformation. Of course, I can talk about like sexy exploits and all these fun things and fun stories and polyamory experiences, that kind of thing too. But really, we center around that educational message.
I am a big fan. I'm not going to lie. I've listened to every one of your guys' episodes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we right now we produce one episode every other week. But I guess we can hear it here first. We are now launching a new series called the Salty Sex Cast Quickies. And so these are going to be really short, condensed episodes, 5 to 10 minutes of just like condensed educational content. It's either Brady or me. So Brady's my producer recording these episodes, and they will launch the other weeks that we don't have like our long form guest episodes. So yeah,
Heck yeah,
that'll start after we hit 100.
You've taught us so much. I mean, I've actually learned more communication in my relationships and female anatomy that we just make, nicknames up for, and you're like, okay, all right.
Go ahead, Quinn. I want an example because
wait a minute, the clitoris is on top? The fuck?
Yeah, it is.
It's about.
Right under the belly button.
Still learning. 28 years married, still learning. Yeah.
Yes. Well,
but you did you call it, I call it a solo podcast. You call it a monogram?
Monologue.
Monologue.
So just
there
me,
we
myself,
go.
and I. Yeah, I was just chit-chatting, just talking. I had a really poor connection because we did Zoom as well, and it just wasn't working out. Like I couldn't even understand this guest. So I was like, you know what? Let's reschedule. But I really wanted to make sure I stuck to my schedule. So for our listeners, got a podcast. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. I just hit play, no notes, nothing. Just talk to myself for an hour.
And you're damn good at it.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
my hell, there's no way. I sat down and tried doing solo podcasts. I think I did 1 through 22, tried to just monologue myself. And man, I had more editing. Do you do more editing when it comes down to it? Or do you just, I
think we're delayed.
You're a little delayed. I'm getting a little bit of interference, but I did get that. No, I don't edit anything. I just put it out there. And so what you hear me stumble around, not making sense, is pretty normal. But what I was going to tell you, Quinn, is you just need to play with yourself more often. You need to practice.
That's not a problem.
Masturbate helps you monologue. I'm telling you. Enjoy your own company.
I do. I think ever since I've been 12, I've enjoyed my company a little too much.
Feel you on that.
There's no such thing. Until it's blistered, there's no such thing.
Oh, Cody. You don't blister it, do you?
Hey, I have something for that. That is my
that's
Promescent water-based lubricant.
Promescent's the shit. I actually love Promescent. Yeah,
I've got all the stuff over here. I just had the CEO of Promescent on, and so he sent me a care package. I've got a bunch of stuff from him.
He makes a very good fucking interview as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Super personable.
He's a character. Yep.
It just makes you trust the brand more when you know where it's coming from. So
I know. I wish I could buy a used bottle from him. Like he's a good guy.
I'll let him know.
So I actually was listening to you guys. You guys came in was it episode 14 or something on the other side of the beehive, Angel and Justin?
Yeah, we came in. I can't remember when, but it was Pamela and I, and we hadn't even got our roadcaster or anything. Where our mics were still kind of iffy. But once we hung out with the other side of the beehive, we were like, oh shit, we got to up our game on quality, And so Angel is amazing and really supportive of the pod community and was like, hey, here's some things that you want to get. Here's kind of how to set it up. And that really helped with quality, I think.
He talked me into the same thing. I got the roadcaster here. The only thing I have a problem with the roadcaster is when you record and try to transfer it to your PC, it copies in 4 different files, and I lose it. So I actually just record on the PC more so than I do the roadcaster. But
I record straight to the PC. Yeah. I just use the podcaster as the condenser or as the, I don't know words. But whatever, where the mics all go in, right?
The mixer.
Yeah, mixer. That's it.
That's what you get in alcohol. It's a mixer, right?
If you're a bitch, no.
Oh shit! God, there we go, Cody.
Shots fired. Sorry.
Shots fired.
Dude, I told you I'm sorry. I promised you I wasn't going to day drink. My bad.
He's got a job that he can say, oh, you got the same job. You probably drink wine during the day, couldn't you?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
We're gonna have to get another bottle of that Yellowstone whiskey for you to try, by the way.
There you
Fucking out of it.
one, huh? Well, our podcast kind of break the bubble for Utah, like you said on episode 93. Just me, myself, and we were definitely outskirts of the Zion Curtain, and we're in a religious community out here. We're breaking the bubble out here, and I'm pretty sure that we're not real favored with the one religion that's part of this state.
The dominant religion.
Yeah. So we're trying to, I guess, wrinkle it, just a little bit.
Oh yeah. So, I'm gonna deflate it just a little. Make it. We're here. We exist. We have such a strong, prominent culture, so we need to have just as strong of a counterculture. I'm not going anywhere.
No, neither are we. We're going to keep trying to put a few episodes out and rock the boat as much as we can.
Have fun doing it. Yeah,
exactly. Heck yeah. And we're currently doing a couple episodes a week. I co-host with Jason and Cody, and we do separate episodes. This is first time for a long time you guys have been together with us.
I know. He got out of doing a trio with us.
Hey,
asshole.
I actually brought whiskey. I was full on planning on it, and I brought new whiskey, and I was going to come out, and then I got tired.
Yeah, my forearm got tired because I had to do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mariah, have you ever been to the Uintah Basement? Basin.
Yeah, my grandparents have a cabin halfway point between Strawberry and Duchesne.
Okay.
Fruitland.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fruitland, Tabiona.
Yeah, right between there.
Jason had land up there in Tabiona, didn't you, Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Anna or something like that?
Yeah, my stepmom's from there. When her parents died, they left property. And so gave me a piece. She gave me a piece of ground, and I sold it.
Oh.
Because we have property up in up above Huntsville, Sourdough Ranch. We've got camping property up there. Nice. So yeah, we don't like to go camping and then fight for camping spots all the goddamn time. So we just pull up and spend a lot of money. Now we can go camp whenever we want. Don't have to listen to anybody else, and that's about it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, no, I'm still a tent camper.
Are you?
Yeah. We don't go enough to make it worth it. And so, rough it out there. I squat over some dirt, something like that. So.
There you go.
That's how I grew up, and honestly, I do hunt and fish. So we have wall tents, we have regular tents, we have a nice camp trailer. Nice. So we live right here. I mean, we're right in the country. So we are hillbillies from the stick. As you can see, we're in the shed.
Cold shed? How's the heating in there?
We got three heaters
it's
going.
Directly between my legs and rather warm.
Cody's in his work attire right now, and I'm Quinn the Eskimo, so I'm actually I'm used to the cold.
There you go.
It was -9 this morning.
Oh fuck. No thanks. No thanks.
Yeah. I don't know what we did to piss Mother Nature off, but fuck. God damn.
It was beautiful. We had 50s. It was wonderful.
I loved it.
I like how you call it my work attire. This is the first clothes I've put on all fucking week because it was too cold. I worked from home all week.
Yeah.
No, not doing it. I wore a robe all fucking week.
Hugh Hefner over here.
Nice.
No, we spent a lot of time. I do talking back and forth with Angel, and you guys got 100th episode coming up. That's amazing.
We do. Yeah. So like I said, we're only every other week. So it's taken us a little bit of time to get there, but we are getting to our 100th episode. It'll drop early May. And May 28th, we are throwing a giant 100th episode party celebration. We have entertainment, DJ. It's going to be this big old bonfire. We're going to burn a big 100. We have drinks. I have
Joanne Angel's going to be there.
Yes. Yeah. Y'all are invited. We have a Salty Sex Cast sour, a signature sour brew that's getting brewed for us for that event.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Like,
Just got a beer sponsor?
Yes,
That's
we
awesome.
do. Yes, we do. And so that's Ogden City Brew Supply is donating that. So we have a lot of big things. It's going to be a giant party. I want it like this just huge community event. Everyone come on out. Obviously, if you haven't already received a VIP ticket from me, you know, we have tickets for sale on our Facebook page, or you can even go to saltysexcast.com. We have those right on the homepage that you can buy. It's $15 a ticket, or you can put in the promo code because you're listening today and use I listen. So ILISTEN. Let me know how to spell that for $5 off. So
Awesome.
That's your ticket. Come in. It's open. It's going to be super fun. It's in Hooper, Utah, on this farmland. So we have plenty of land. It's going to be lots of fun. I'm just super excited. It's going to be May. It's going to be warm. Yeah. So I'm just dreaming for that right now, especially when it's so cold. So
It's miserable. It was a miserable day. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. And I'm excited. I'm going to try everything I can to get there. So
you better.
Heck yeah.
You better bring the 3-wheelers.
You want the 3-wheelers? They're right there.
So rally the shit out of them. Let's do it.
Yeah, naked. There we go.
Okay, deal. Bet. Let's go.
That'll be really funny.
I'm keeping my fucking clothes on.
No, that's basically one of my childhood dreams. It was fun. So I mean, we still have them. We ride them. We have a great time with it.
That's what I grew up on
Naked.
as well.
Naked.
Clothes.
Not naked. No. So you lived in Ogden your whole entire life?
No.
No.
So I was born in California, Southern California. Moved to Utah when I was about junior high, and went to Bingham High. So grew up in South Jordan. And then when I married my husband, we're out in Ogden. Yeah, for 11 years.
I spent a little time in Ogden. That's Second McCady Hospital. I spent about a year on that one, working construction. So I understand.
My stepdad worked on a bunch of rental houses in Ogden.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was always great. Every time he'd recruit my help, it was because hobos broke the basement windows and shit on the floor.
Jesus.
Ogden's a nice place.
That's what you're good for, is shoveling that shit? All right.
Shoveling shit. What'd you say, Jason?
Oh, I say Ogden's nice if you're building a house and you want to show up the next day and all your copper wiring's been stripped out of the walls.
Yeah.
That's happened. We've seen that before. Come out like, oh, all right, we're starting over.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on the outskirts of Ogden. I'm really not Ogden, but I'm right below the Air Force Base.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I did some work at Hillfield too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Seeing actually when we were doing that McCady Hospital up there, we had the flyovers with the mock jets and I mean, it's amazing to see some of that stuff. And, you know, I had a clearance to go in there and work for a little bit. And some days it's good to drive right through. And some days they flag you over and they're like, you know what, we need to see everything on you. We need to ID you. Pretty much an anal cavity search. And you're like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just coming in here to put 10 on, you know. So,
yeah.
Definitely a different ball game when you get into the military field.
Oh, and it's what, the second largest Air Force base in the US or something like that. So I mean, it's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to go 10-15 minutes out of our way just to get around to like go into a different city because it's right there. So you have to go around it. But
yeah, we used to have a military connection that would buy us strong beer there.
I
when
know.
we were underage.
Oh.
Now they sell it here, but you know, at the time it's like, oh hell yeah, we could get stronger beer.
all the things that you can't get here, you know, the little minis, like
Oh yeah.
I just had a brunch with some girlfriends on Sunday and she lives on base and she's like, oh yeah, I'll bring some champagne over. And I was like, it's Sunday. And she's like, haha, we can get booze on Sunday on base. I was like, fuck you. So, pretty cool.
Jason Osler and I are old enough to see mini bottles actually at the liquor store. They used to sell them here. You get a 6-pack of them, and you thought you were cool at the time. Where at? Evanston.
Evanston, yeah.
Nathan Kelly.
Sorry. I have my phone shut off, but it's Bluetooth, I guess.
No.
Turn off. Quinn's 105 years old. He cannot manage a cell phone.
I can't manage the cell phone. But look at all the shit that we put together.
Hey, you're doing it. You're on Zoom. It's recording.
We're on Zoom. We're editing. We're doing all kinds of shit, and just to have a good time. I think that's basically what we're trying to do and promote is be ourselves and have fun. It's like being around a campfire for us.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Super fun.
Sharing each other's experiences and not getting too close to Cody sometimes. But we are close enough to right now. Yeah, that's a hand.
He is contagious.
He is contagious.
No homo. Sorry, forgot.
You're tearing up social media. You are on the verge of going to Facebook jail.
Come to the club.
Always.
I love it. That is the best part of you. The stuff you guys post is just right on the verge of risque to where. Do you get flagged?
It was the reason I didn't start Instagram for so long because I knew so many other sex educators and everything. They would just get flagged. They would get thrown off. They would get shadow banned where like you can't find their content. I could be posting all day, but no one would see it kind of thing. So Instagram was really well known for that. So I just didn't have one. And I had Facebook and I was really protective and really careful. I didn't use any like hashtags and
I still don't know how to use them.
Yeah. I mean, we had sexy photos because Pamela, my original co-host, she owns a boudoir photography business. So like, you know, we're in lingerie in it and we had those posted, right? That was like original stuff. And we never got in trouble. But now I start hashtagging a little more of like sex educator, sex education. I really got to be careful that I don't like overdo it. I did just post an Instagram reel with me just in like a lingerie top on the salt flats because that was our photo shoot. Thank you. Yeah. And so that was like, hopefully we'll see. I mean, it's not me being, I'm not soliciting for sex or anything like that. It's just sharing education. So we'll see. I think you guys froze. It was too sexy. It froze it. Broke it.
Yeah.
Now they're just jerking off.
It froze it. We're
Zuckerberg. God damn it, Zuckerberg.
Get into politics already. Oh, yeah.
He owns Instagram. It's not politics. He's an asshole. Fuck him.
Did you mention that you lived in Nevada on an earlier episode and you worked up there for a little bit?
I did not work there, but my husband did when we were first married. It was kind of during the recession. There was just no jobs. And so he got a job at one of the steel manufacturing companies in Winnemucca. So I spent
Winnemucca.
I spent a good chunk of a year in Winnemucca. Had one of my sons, so my middle son, forever will have Winnemucca on his birth certificate.
Sorry.
So you said you've never been to the armpit of Utah, but damn, you lived in the armpit of the world.
Armpit of the world. Yep.
That's Rock Springs.
It is. That's what it's known for. Battle Mountain. It kind of gets first place for that, but Battle Mountain is down the road from Winnemucca. They're the like second city over. So yeah. Not a fun place. Lived right. I could throw a stone at the brothel where my house was. So gotta love it.
Is that where you learned all your sexy stuff, or did you learn that?
A girl never tells.
That's the way I like it. And girls fart too.
All the time. Actually, that is what gets censored out. I burp all the time.
Uh-huh.
And so I do like every once in a while, I'll cut one of those out of our podcast.
I've been sitting here this whole time burping into my shoulder. I'm like, don't burp in front of the lady.
Oh, no.
burp in
I
front of the
can
lady.
probably out burp you.
They fart, but they never stink.
Bet.
Yeah, well, what the hell? I mean, nothing like a guy fart, I guess, huh?
My wife's fucking farts will clear out a goddamn room, dude. It'll empty the house like my
And it'll
dogs
be,
want.
right when you're going down on her too. That's when you
Yeah,
know you're in
that
the
has
doghouse.
happened. Is that an ongoing thing? Do women? Does the sensation of fart, is that a natural thing? Are you clenching your ass the whole fucking time?
Oh, no, I just said that was your punishment. Instead of sending you to the doghouse, it's like, since your mouth is open down there.
Sorry.
Well, I eat ass. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm just trying to sort out, like, is there always a fart loaded? Like, what the fuck? What is going on here?
Like I said, girl never tells.
Yeah.
Keep some secrets. Some things just.
I thought you were a coach. God damn it.
You need to look into figging, Cody, if you're going to eat ass.
Another great episode, right?
I just put mint oil in my cheek and just go to town.
There you go.
No.
That would
Mint
be
oil,
just
it'll clear
dumb.
out.
No. It's the ginger.
It's the ginger.
Ginger?
Peeled ginger, too.
Ginger pill.
Peel ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like after you eat sushi, get you some ginger.
Eat some ginger. Try it.
Oh.
You'll be greatly liked.
See, no,
Hard
it's
pass
not.
on the wasabi. Just stick to the ginger. No wasabi, just ginger. Up. Fuck your day up.
Oh shit.
See, I went for a long time, and now my wife's been fixed after we had our second kid, but before that, when she had a menstrual cycle, to get rid of the taste of pennies, because I'm a fucking guy and a dog and just fucking ready to roll at all hours. To try to get rid of that, that's where the mint oil came in. Just fucking put the mint oil on my upper lip and fucking go to town.
There you go. Earn your
You
red,
got Jason
red
over
wings.
there.
Yeah. Oh no, it's happened. It's all good.
I'm just thinking
Go
about
fun
Cody.
and games until you get a blood clot.
Minor. You think I give a shit about my health? No.
Oh,
You gotta like yourself to care about your own health.
no, no.
Oh.
Uh,
I was going to ask you, why
Yeah.
does pink identify girls and in women's today's society? Doesn't matter. I mean, I was driving past some outhouses on a construction site today, and they designate an outhouse for a woman, which is great because I know you guys have to sit on a toilet, but pink in general, my daughter flat out hates pink because it genderfies you. And I kind of agree because I'd like to wear a pink shirt once in a while as well, and not be, hey, he's feminine, I mean, so do you have any information on that?
Well, I am wearing salmon, not pink. Just kidding. Pink isn't my favorite either because I think it's way overdone. This is probably like the most you'll ever see me wear. But I think it's really just because it's so aggressive. It's like in a really bright, aggressive color, right? So it's easy to differentiate when, like a Barbie pink, that kind of thing. But the more we establish new perceptions of that color, right? Wear pink and see what happens. You'll see more people probably wearing pink after you wear pink.
Hell yeah, I'm going to start the trend out here in the basin. You think I'll get beat up?
Send them over to me. I got you.
There we go. I'm going to send them all over there.
I got a flogger.
Love it. I love pink. I've actually got some tie-dyed shirts too.
I like floggers.
You like floggers?
I'll send you over a pink one. Just for you,
That's
Cody.
awesome.
We got a chain one. We bought the damn chain one. Well, we had to order it, and it sounded like an awful idea. It was not. Chain floggers
All right.
are something fucking fierce, man. It'll break
Cody
skin.
approved.
Cody approved. Cody approved.
Makes you walk kind of funny when it gets your taint the right way. But
Oh. Oh shit.
I'm just seeing if I can get Jason to scratch his head again.
Jason's like, I don't know.
Just like, every time I hear Cody's voice, I'm ignoring
I'm just here listening to you guys. It's kind of as a guy. I don't know where we're going with this. So I had a couple questions I was kind of thinking about all day because I've never. Quinn introduced me to your podcast, and he introduced me to, or invited me to this thing, and I didn't want to come totally unprepared. So I've been trying to listen to some of your shows. I had a couple questions though, what you might think, as far as like when people, would you say, who becomes more insecure over time? Does the men become insecure, like in long-term relationships? Does somebody become insecure? Is it more the husband, the boyfriend, the man side, or is it on the women's side? Because I know a few people, and I've had this experience too, but like the girls will just want to have sex missionary style under the blankets with the lights off for whatever reason. Is that insecure, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I don't think insecurity is really owned or even produced by one gender over the other. However, we can look at trends in Utah, which typically will point to women being so shamed of being sexual beings, right? You shouldn't like sex. You shouldn't do this, or you're a slut. You're loose, all these things. So these are the messages a lot of women receive growing up, especially in, very religious areas like Utah. And so they become really insecure about their sexuality. They don't know how to express it in a healthy way. They feel like any way that they're going to be sexy or sexual, it is too much, too over the top. You shouldn't like it. And so it's easier to just say, all right, I know this one position, turn off the lights. I don't want you to see me either. Body image is a big one too. But as far as the trends for insecurities for men, I would say that's mostly because women are really good about talking about their feelings. They're not really good, but typically they share it more often than men do. And so the insecurity comes from miscommunication. Hey, you said something, but now this is different, or I heard it this way, or I never actually said something, so now I'm insecure of where we stand, that kind of thing. But I would say it's really just the messaging that a lot of women get, that they're not sexual beings, or if they are, they're whores kind of thing. And so it's like,
Yeah.
I guess I just won't be at all. And I don't know how to tap into that without breaking the dam and going crazy, because I never just explored it a little bit at a time kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a bad thing that religion controls this entire state and makes people be shameful of their bodies. And I that's why I enjoy listening to your podcast, is because you actually put me on a female level to where I actually get to talk and interact with my wife, and be able to communicate, and so it's helped me out to, for, if you're having any struggles in life and bed, or in general, the communication was there, I don't know if I'm just rambling.
Kind of something that I've noted.
They're just rambling.
Something that I've kind of noticed, and I would love your opinion on, is with the insecurity issues, is how much of insecurity specifically, or not specifically in Utah, but I think this is kind of becoming a global pandemic, is men expect porn type stuff and women expect fucking Disney fantasy story of a marriage. Like, how much of this is ruining general media, movies, porn, everything else? Like, you cannot have porn sex every night, and I am not going to be a fucking dressed prince every fucking day,
I mean, this is social conditioning, right? These are all of our media messages telling us how we're supposed to portray our sex, our masculinity, our femininity, whatever that is. So the first step is to find varying messages, right? Go follow that social media that's talking about, getting into your feminine side, or go follow this and start seeing what those messages do to your own perception of how you show up, right?
Yeah.
Like, we hear toxic masculinity so often, but what really is it? And that is the whole, I need to be the aggressor. Women's panties just fall off around me, like that kind of thing, right? Again, the pornography, like dreamland
over there. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's toxic feminism too.
Absolutely.
It drives me nuts. And it's maybe it's just the local bars, but I've seen it plenty of time in Salt Lake bars.
We only have 2 here.
Well, we went to the, oh God, I ended up at the club with Gilbert in Vernal last weekend. I'll fill you in after this, but it was a fucking shit show. Some woman looked at me and decided I was the best person in the smoking area, full bar. She said, "What's the first impression you get when you look at me?" Ask anyone else, fucking anyone else in this bar, please. But
They have a smoking section in the bar.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be damned.
It was fucking outside.
I haven't been to the bar for a while.
Yeah, the outside.
It's not indoors, I'll tell you that.
No, they said the outside.
Yeah, it's really, again, you can go extremes on either side, but it's ask yourself, what is the messaging that you're listening to about who you're supposed to be? Yeah. And if women are only reading their romance books or watching Disney or whatever, typically that's what they're going to be drawn towards, as that's the expectation, because that's the norm that I've been conditioned to. Where men are conditioned to other messaging. So it's just really finding
around on a leash and put their head in a dog bowl, stuff like that.
I'm Gaston. The beauty of the beast.
The other thing about Utah that you hear a lot about, that people don't really talk about, is Utah's porn addiction. And
one of the highest.
I don't know, but one of my friends, they got divorced, and that's kind of like, what the hell's going on? And she told me, she goes, he was addicted to porn, and like all of a sudden one night at home, she's like, you want me to do what? And he's like, you guys
get over here.
He could have talked it out over time, though. He could have talked it. My wife does way fucking wilder shit now than she did 10 fucking years ago. She didn't do that stuff. She blanked up missionary with the lights off. Yeah. It took a tractor lock on our bedroom door, or a farm gate lock on our fucking door, to where the kids can't come in, and the fucking crazy came out.
Yeah. She has to feel like she could, right?
Yeah, there's a sense of communication on that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I think, Jason. And she's the doctor, not me.
No.
Oh, I'm not.
It wasn't my relationship, but that's just what she just said, that he'd become addicted to porn, and in the bedroom, all of a sudden he's wanting all this crazy wild shit that she's like, we've been married whatever years, and she's like, what the hell? Where does this come from? But I had another question I wanted to ask you about. Is there any truth to the rumor that mentally unstable is better in bed?
The crazy versus hot scale?
Nothing fucks better than crazy pussy is what.
Well, there is truth to that.
Yeah.
I mean, mental stability, no. It really is just, it's pretty much, the joke has always been there, because they said, if you can kind of turn off your self awareness, like you're worried about what the other person's thinking, that kind of thing. But if you can just tap into, hey, this is just me, I don't give a shit what, then you can go crazy. So it's really just the feeling judged. And I think so mentally unstable sometimes can not care about what others think. So that's probably where that rumor has started.
I meant crazy like the chick that would slash your tires and key your car.
Yeah, that's the crazy versus hot scale, right?
Well, yeah.
Sounds like a country music. I'd never even listened to a podcast until a year and a half ago.
You want me texting them?
Jesus.
I didn't cuss him out. I didn't
All
do
right,
it.
there we go.
Well behaved, Cody.
But yeah, Angel
That
talked
doesn't
me
exist.
into it. He's like, you need a podcast. And I was like, for what? Why does anybody want to hear about what I have to say? But I've thoroughly enjoyed. I haven't been listening to as much music, and I've always been a music fan, but I
Mhm.
listen to more podcasts than I do music
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. I like podcasts for driving for sure. It just makes the drive so fast. Like anytime I have to go anywhere.
So when do you get your podcast in?
When do I listen? Because I don't drive
Yeah.
anywhere, right? Because I work from home.
Your
That's
work
what's
from
been
home.
hard. Typically when I go to the gym, but I have found I need to only listen to podcasts when I'm doing cardio and not when I'm lifting. Because then I'm so invested in the conversation of the podcast that I forget my reps. And I was like, I don't even know where I'm
How
at.
many you're like, am I on 12?
Yeah. Or I totally like a douche forgot to re-rack my weights. And I was like, I'm sorry. Someone gets on the leg press and she's like putting the plates back. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah.
Jason's not going to come back. So he says, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for everything. So yeah, but no, I've thoroughly, invested a lot of time in podcasting lately, and I learned from your guys' experiences and your production and all the pod community. I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We didn't even have computers in school when we were graduating. We had to take a keyboarding class on a typewriter. And I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to I'm trying to keep with the technology. And this is cool that we get to actually interact with the Zoom meeting like this. It's fun for me. I mean, we're new to it. When the pandemic came in, we all switched to Teams and we started getting on to corporate meetings with the company that I work for. And, we're out in the field all day and listening to podcasts. I'm in a pickup truck majority of the day.
yeah.
And so it's a great time to pick up on these podcasts. Either that or you're just wasting time bullshitting and talking on the phone. So we do work. The oil field does work out here, but
Yeah.
It's
You work hard.
it's a different world.
There's a lot of oil out there and all those trucks. Hauling it.
There's a little bit of work going on.
There's a
out
little
there.
bit of work.
Yeah, it's cold right now. Nobody's doing nothing.
No thanks.
Nothing.
No thanks. So what other questions do you
No.
have for me?
I'm trying to see. I wrote a bunch of stuff because I do my homework once in a while.
I got a quick one. I've unfortunately I've only listened to a few of you guys' episodes, but I've actually listened to quite a bit of Sex with Emily and other sex related podcasts, and I'm many with Sex with Emily, and I've actually listened to quite a few about polyamory and stuff like that. But it seems to me like a lot of these podcasts, they seem to be based primarily around what men are doing wrong. What I'm kind of wondering is, what can women do to be better other than the obvious communication? Communication's the number one.
So do you mean as far as performance, or are they just not missing, they're missing the mark? Is that where
yeah, just missing the mark in general, I think. As far as perform, like my wife has this thing where she'll rub her foot on my leg to indicate that she's in the mood. Like, or you could just say it. That would be really easy.
there's
as well.
no fun in that?
Like, I'm in the mood constantly. That's not the point.
Women, I think they fall typical, and this is always going to be typical, right? Fall short of head games. Women play way too many head games, and the tease control, because men typically can control and overbear physically. So women have to find other ways to establish some type of dominance. So they'll do that with head games or like even gaslighting, things like that. And I think a lot of women fall into that category of abusing that type of power, and can really hurt intimacy, sexuality, and relationships when they're not checking themselves. Why do you want to rub your foot instead of just say, hey, I'm horny or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's like not even a bad example. I was just saying, like, but it's like, how did you not know I was angry? Didn't you know that I did this and this and this? And so the communication, but really the power control with mind games, I think is a huge piece. Yeah.
I think the way most to interpret that to the lamer male, she controls her goddamn pussy too well, and men don't fucking understand. To an extent.
Yeah.
All right. Is fucker the best pronoun that you've ever heard?
Don't spit your
That's
beer
just
out.
my opinion.
Hey, fucker.
Instead of guys, gals, whatever, you just say, "Hey, fucker, how are you?"
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's a
It's
great
not a really
replacement. It's non-binary. It doesn't gender anyone. Toss it out there. Let's see how it lands.
I love it. That was actually my daughter. She came up there. She says, "I think fucker is the best pronoun out." Just fucker, and that's coming from a dad that doesn't swear in front of her kid. In front of my kids. So they're like, Dad, I could count how many times you've said that in my life, And you're like, yeah, because I'm restricted. At work, it's a different, I talk different than I do in the family. So
Yeah. Got a sense of yourself and
yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate you being on our podcast. I mean, this has been fun. It's been, crazy to actually start interviewing people and interacting with different people. And, I'm glad to have you on.
thank you. So sorry. Do you hear the gaggle of children outside my door right now?
And
hold
I
on
love it.
1 second. I got to mute my mic.
She's cussing out all them kids. You little motherfuckers! You better shut
this is
fuck
Cody's
up.
life.
Yeah. Did you guys lip read? Oi! I'm recording.
I'm recording right now.
Oh, fuckhead!
My kids have friends over too, so there's like 6 kids down here right outside my door.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm like, I'm not responsible for your kids' education, but if they overheard, they overheard.
No, I envy the way that you actually are raising your kids and
Thank you.
in doing so. I think it is actually to have that knowledge in your head, even though if the kid says, come on, Mom, they at least know the right and wrong portion of it. And they know about consent. They know about safe sex. And, the best times of my life is being 15 years old.
Yeah.
And,
being stupid and learning everything by trial and error.
So, you can't take that away from children. You can't be the old man that says, you date my daughter, I'm going to meet you out there with a shotgun.
Oh, I can't wait till those days.
No.
You can be that old man
that.
doing that, but that's not going to stop anything. They're just going to get sneakier.
They're just going to rebel anyways.
Yep.
No.
They're going to lie to you about it.
My father-in-law did that. I got with my wife when I was 15 years old. Like, it didn't work. Just failed miserably.
Yeah. In fact, it's all right, let's see how this goes. It pushes me to do it more, right? So, that they're going to do it. It's just giving them the tools that they can make educated decisions and they know what the consequences entitle, right?
Yeah.
I can't protect my children from consequences. I don't want to protect them from consequences. But I can give them the tools so they understand how to handle and navigate consequences, positive or negative, whatever types of consequences come, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I appreciate it. Where can people find you?
We're on all of our socials. The best way, the quickest way is saltysexcast.com because you can find all of our social links there. You can buy your tickets for our party. Again, May 28th. We're on Instagram, Facebook, on all major listening platforms, YouTube, all the fun things. Patreon. Send me your money.
I'm going to actually put on pants and
be
there. I'm going to actually put on pants and I'll go down there with you.
Will you?
Do it. Do it.
Perfect.
Hey, pants are optional. I mean, it's private property. You do
Don't
you.
say that. Quit. The only way he'll take me is if I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere with it. Just to the
love
hot
it.
tub.
Well, I was going to say there is a hot tub, so you know that's
Oh,
optional
hell
there.
yeah. I have to get in my best form then.
I'm not going to exercise. I'm showing up fat and sexy. That's what I'm
Do
doing.
it.
All right. Thanks, Mariah, for being with us. This is episode
Gwen.
55. And I guess we're out of here.
All right, peace.
Peace. Yeah.